Well, let's see. Flip Wilson, Richard Pryor, and who else would fit into that trio? Tim Conway, of course. Oh, boy. I remember I probably did about a dozen of the Flip Wilson shows, and Flip was the kind of guy who he always knew like the humor was coming and was enjoying it more than the audience practically, because he knew what was going to happen. He knew the audience was going to laugh and everything. So he was always kind of had that silly smirk on his face that he knew the explosion of laughter was going to be there. And sometimes he enjoyed it as much as the audience with that. He just let himself go. He was a wonderful, wonderful guy to work with. He was so friendly. Didn't bother you. You came in, you read the script a couple of times, tried to memorize it or do whatever you wished, did the sketch, and moved on. He was a great communicator with an audience. I mean, just when he walked out, you could tell by his walk that he enjoyed being there, the talk he enjoyed being there. He loved an audience. He loved to entertain, and he was sensational. And Richard is probably the funniest guy, really, that I ever met. When he was not on stage, he was equally as funny with just people sitting around a room. And so you put these two guys together, and you have a pretty funny situation. I was kind of like the third musketeer. You know, you guys need somebody else to ride along here? I'd be more than happy to do that. I enjoyed doing the Flip show very much, though, because it was always a week of very relaxed atmosphere, and sometimes people would come to rehearsal. Sometimes they wouldn't. You know, it didn't really matter. It was kind of like the Burnett show. It had the freedom to do with the material, whatever you wanted to do. And Flip was very generous in those areas. You know, a lot of stars, if something funny comes up during rehearsal, they end up doing it on the show. But with Flip, you know, if it's funny, do it, and let's all enjoy it. So great memories with him, and I'm looking forward to seeing these. I have a couple other memories of Flip and some photos from the show, which I'd like to show you. If you have time to drop in on a website, I have a computer. I don't have it on because I don't know how to turn it on. But they tell me that there is a website there, timconwaylive.com. I don't know what all of that means, but I'm sure that the dot is important and the com is important, because they said make sure that you say the dot and the com. And I'd probably be talking a little bit about Flip there too. Thank you for joining us.
The Flip Wilson Show. And here's Flip.
Thanks, y'all. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that fine ovation. Because I was in the dressing room a minute ago looking in the mirror at myself. I said, wow, you know, this is really a sharp outfit, you know. And really, because I said a long time ago, I said to the staff, I said, look, y'all, why don't I wear tuxes on the show? It adds so much more distinction to the show. People say, wow, that show got class, you know. And then they start explaining to me about the budget, you know. And NBC saying that once the show had gotten off the ground, they'd give us a raise and we could get tux. And last week we got a call from NBC and they said they're gonna lay some of the money on us now. So we got the tux and feel good too, you know? Look at that shine. Yeah, I've been 2 nights I was sat up in the dressing room putting that shine on there. I feel good, you know. In fact, gonna be a lot of people on the show with tuxes tonight. Tonight we got what they call the creme de la creme of show business. Yes. You know, like this costs money. And then with a show like this, you gotta be concerned with the economics. We're all concerned with the economics. And one of the most important things is home economics. You know, how the budget's going around the house. In fact, that's what I wanted to speak to you about. Fellow was having a problem with his budget around the house. Well, it was no great expense because he and his wife didn't have any kids, just him and his old lady, and they were living there, getting along fine. And then her mother-in-law started coming by his mother-in-law started coming by for annual visits. It was her mother. He hadn't known until after he met her. And things are going fine, and then one day they knock at the door, they go to the door, they open, and there's her mother. And she got 6 pieces of luggage with her. And she says she's only gonna stay a week. That's what she told him. I don't know what her and the daughter had discussed. But anyway, it was a month and a half later, and she was still there. So we gotta get your mother out of here, because she's eating like a horse. You know, and she smashed the car and running up things on my credit cards. You know, bills were shooting up there. So she said, well, how are we going to get rid of her? He said, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll start an argument at the dinner table tonight. So we'll start an argument, and you and I have a very heated thing going there. And whichever side she's take, if she take your side, then tomorrow you'll ask her to leave because it's, you know, out of respect to your husband. If she takes my side, then I'll tell her she got to leave out of respect to you. That way, either way, we get rid of her. So that evening, they're sitting there at the dinner table, and the wife accidentally dropped a pot of hot coffee on his lap. I mean, he don't want the mother-in-law to think they were jibing. He wanted to let her know they were serious. Said, hot coffee? I mean, she said, you are the most clumsy klutz I've ever met in my life. You know that? Now, let me deviate from the story a moment to say that if you're not aware of klutz, there will be an asterisk at the end of the show with a definition of what a klutz is. But keep klutz in mind, because that got a lot to do with the story. So she said, who are you calling a clumsy klutz? He said, you are. He said, you're the sloppiest, stupidest thing. I said, I don't know why I ever got this involved with you. She said, you know why you got this big hassle, long thing, just on and on and on. Klutzing all over the kitchen. They argued about 30 minutes. Then he said to her mother, he said, whose side are you on? And the mother said, I'm not taking sides. She said, because I intend to stay here at least another 2 months. I was lucky to get that one by there, wasn't I? Okay, let me tell you who my guests are this evening. My guests this evening are Tim Conway, the sensational, very funny Tim Conway. And we have another of the most brilliant, funny men in America today, Mr. Richard Pryor. Let me tell you about this other guest. We got a guy who is one of the most spectacular mentalists I've ever seen. He's the great Romark. And in addition, a return appearance by the very exciting Flipettes. Stick around, we'll be right back. A couple of weeks ago, we showed you how a simple piece of scenery could represent different things to different people. Tonight, we're going to try it with another piece of scenery. And I wish to add that we've spared no expense to find just the right item. How you like it? Like I said, we spared no expense. Now, to you, this may seem to be just a chair, but don't let that fool you. Watch this.
Baby carriage, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice one. Boy, that's got your rubber wheels and everything on that.
Yeah.
That's cute. Yeah. Oh, little baby, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Hey. Boy, that's a cute baby. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
thank
Bob,
you.
that's a beautiful baby, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something. The father of that baby is a handsome gentleman. I can tell that right now. Yeah. Whose is it?
I, sir, am the proud father.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Boy, he's a cute little guy. What's his name?
Elizabeth?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a girl, huh?
No, it's a boy.
Boy?
Yeah.
Elizabeth?
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you call him, Liz?
No, I know who we call him Junior.
Yeah. Say, would you mind? Could I kind of pick him up, huh?
Go ahead, but don't drop him. His mother's kind of fussy.
Yeah. Boy, wow, that is a cute big. You know something? You know, now that I look at him, by golly, he does look like you.
See, you're looking at the wrong end.
I know. Yeah, well, family man, huh? Boy,
Yeah, family man.
nice to see a family man out in the park, you know
Thanks.
that. I was kind of worried, you know, all the stories you hear about being in the park, getting robbed and all that. They
Really?
say a park can be dangerous, you know that.
Well, it never bothers me.
Well, family
No,
man
I'm-
wouldn't bother you like that, yeah. Boy, got some nice toys for the
Yeah,
kid.
you like 'em?
Yeah, put a little toy duck in there
Yeah.
and everything. Boy, he's kind of young, though, for a little toy gun, isn't he?
That isn't a toy gun.
Isn't?
No, that gun is real. Thanks, Junior. Yeah, Junior and I are here in the park every Sunday we do this. Now, I suggest you run. Let me out! Let me out! I'm innocent. I didn't do it. Let me out, please.
What are you doing, Flip?
Man, I'm in prison. Can't you tell these are the bars?
Looks like a chair to me.
Let me out. Well, it's a prison. This is the joint. I've been busted and then I'm in the joint.
Oh, what
Let me out. Let me out.
Oh, hey.
Huh?
What you in for?
Stealing. Yeah, I broke into a dress shop 4 times.
The same dress shop 4 times?
Yeah, that's right. I stole my old lady a dress and she kept changing her mind. I had to keep taking it back. Let me out. Let me out. Huh?
Still looks like a chair to me.
Look, man, I'm only pretending. See, look, I'm pretending that I'm in prison for a crime that I didn't commit. See, they picked me up on the dress thing, but there was an armed robbery that I got sentenced for.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, see, but I didn't do it. That's just...
I know you didn't do it, bro.
You know, so now they gonna make me pay the supreme penalty.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Free Flip.
Swing low, sweet chariot, come for to carry me home. Swing low. You know, I was hoping maybe you had a reprieve from the governor for me.
Sure do have a natural sense of rhythm.
Say, and I want to tell you about my last meal. I got the potatoes and I got the biscuits and the greens, but I never did get the chops because I gave them specific orders on how I like my meat done.
How do you like your meat done?
Well done.
I told him it was a chair.
Run! 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 Ping! 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 Run! Ping! 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 Bang! Ping! Boom! Ping! Burn! How you doing?
Wow. This your car?
Yeah.
Something wrong with it. You got a ping in your broom.
Yeah, I was just listening to that.
Yeah?
See, this is the new car. I'm not used to the car. I don't know anything about them. So you know anything about mechanics? Maybe you could help me.
Well, I worked on sports cars before. Let me see.
I sure would appreciate it.
Yeah, I'll take a look at it.
I don't
quick.
know anything about them.
Yeah, I'll just...
Once they stop, it's all over for me.
There. Yeah. Oh, boy. Yeah, I see the trouble, all right.
Is it serious?
Are you rich?
No.
It's serious. Yeah. Yeah, I see your muffler's been running right against your differential here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, running right clean through your universal joint. Yeah. Put a big drag on your intake manifold here, and your pistons are shot, that's all.
Say, well, what do you think it'll cost to fix it?
Oh, I don't know, but I'd say probably be in the area of about $403.87.
$403.87 for a little old jive differential and manifold and universal joint and pistons?
Yeah.
Look, I can't go for that.
Well, then you have plus your labor.
Yeah, well, that definitely makes it a save. Look,
Yeah.
maybe you and I can make a deal. What would you give me for this car?
Take that off your hands?
Yeah.
Check her out for you. Let's see. Don't look like it's worth much. Got a bad leg.
Well, give me a...
Well, I don't know. I'll tell you what. I'll give you 50 cash.
Okay, you got a deal.
All right. There you go. There
Okay,
you go.
thanks a lot.
See you around.
Okay.
Man, I tell you, you can take him any day in the week.
Rum-bum. Rum-bum. What you doing in my car, Humpy?
In this corner, the champion. And in this corner, his opponent, the challenger.
All right, now, both you boys have fought under the New York State rules before. All right, now, boys, remember, in this fight, I don't want none of this hitting with the thumb. And remember, I don't want none of this hitting with the elbow. And remember, boys, no low blows. Well, you can see how that would hurt. That's why we done it. All right, boys, at the sound of the bell, come out and let's have a good, clean fight. Bong! Can you boys see each other?
Who you calling, boy?
Boom! Take your corners, boys.
This is my corner, man.
You can have the corner, but this is my stool.
No, man, the stool goes with the corner, Jack. I'm taking the stool and the corner.
No, you ain't taking the corner, baby.
I got the corner.
We're going to have to get down.
My mama gave me this
Your
stool.
mama ain't never gave you nothing, baby.
Well, how come you gonna bring my mama? Huh? What's wrong with you? You don't even know my mama. Are you crazy? I'm not gonna touch you. No.
All right, boys. Bong, round two. Let's hit it. Break. All right. Bong, that's it, boys. Take your corners.
Man, didn't I tell you to stay away from my corner?
What?
I told you to stay away from my corner. How come I got to keep telling you something over and over again?
You had to tell me nothing.
I know I'm not going to tell you no more. Get up, turkey. I'm tired of talking to you. Gotta tell you over and over again. Come on up here, chump.
Well, ready for round three, boys.
Wait a minute. You done made me mad, baby. You in a world of trouble, baby.
Well, what you gonna do, chump?
I'm gonna straighten you out,
Well,
kid.
straighten me out. Take this.
I told you I'd get him in the second round.
Yeah, champ.
You suppose we could work out something a little less strenuous?
Yeah, okay. I'll tell you what. Here, you wait right there, Rich. And, Tim, We'll pretend that this is exclusive cafe, you know, with fine wine, good food, and you're
Sure
a
ain't gonna
patron
blow up or
waiting
anything.
for the floor show, which is about to start.
Floor show. Oh,
Yeah.
great.
Be up
Okay.
shortly.
Got a nice seat here, yeah. Thanks.
I'm sorry, sir. We're not allowed to serve during the dinner show. Just step this way, please.
Well, wait a minute. I paid $2 for this seat. I'm
Your
gonna sit.
$2 has been rejuvenated. Come right
Well,
this
just
way.
watch the show.
Nothing to worry about. We'll take care of it.
Can we talk about it outside?
Hey, look around here.
Well, it looks like he's not going to use the seat, so I might as well watch the show myself. This equal opportunity is killing me. Now it's my great pleasure to present a gentleman whose feats of mental magic have mystified audiences all over the world. The great Romar.
My name is Romark, and I'm a hypnotist. But I'm not going to be hypnotizing anyone tonight. We're going to do an experiment, or an experiment or two, in autosuggestion. And the difference between autosuggestion and hypnotism is that you don't go to sleep. At least I hope you don't. Now, if I, of course, ask anyone in the audience to help me, people will think that I have planted someone in the audience to help me, so I don't do things that way. I'm going to take a ping pong ball, and I'm going to throw the ping pong ball into the audience, and whichever man catches this ping pong ball, that's the one we'll use for this experiment. So there goes the ping pong ball. Oh, I'm glad you caught it, because you look a real sucker. I'm in subject. Would you mind standing up? Thank you very much. Just stay where you are, because I want to ask you a question. Now, if I asked you to shout out any number you liked in between 1 and 100, would you have a free choice?
Yes.
No, you wouldn't. You see, the very fact that I said between 1 and 100 has put you off the number 1. You would never give me a reply with a 1 in it. But now that I've told you this, you're not quite sure whether I want a 1 or I don't want a 1. Now, if I say 58, you become more confused. If I say 88, you become more confused. And in your particular case, the most confusing number of the lot is 23. So now you're completely confused. He is. He's completely confused. He was confused before the show started, but now he's completely confused. Now, we're going to find out if you are confused. Would you please shout out at the top of your voice so everyone can hear any number you like in between 1 and 100?
21.
21 is a lovely number. I'll tell you why. Before I came on the stage, I put this envelope in my pocket. And inside this envelope, there's a piece of card, and on that piece of card, there's a number. Now, I'd like you to be the first person to see what that number is. Would you all applaud, please? And would you just come up these steps? How you doing? Nice to meet you. Now, if you just come over here, we'll open this envelope up. We'll take out the card that's inside, and we'll give you the card to hold. But I don't want you to look at it yet, because there's a couple of questions I must ask you. First of all, have you and I ever met before?
No, sir.
Have you ever seen me before?
No.
How do you know it's me? You see, you're confused. I said you were confused. Now, when you were sitting over there and I asked you a number, what was that number you said?
21.
21. Sure it was 21?
Yes.
And you said 21. Did that number come out of your brain, or did it come out of my brain?
No, I'm not sure.
You're not sure? You don't feel hypnotized?
No.
Well, would you turn the card over and read to the audience exactly what it says on that card?
Romark predicts that the number chosen will be 21. Please applaud.
Please applaud. That's the information. You know, you are giving everybody in the audience the idea that you're going back to your seat. You have no chance. You come and stand over here. You see, ladies and gentlemen, whenever I do a show, I have a problem. And the problem is that, unfortunately, in every audience, there are always people with suspicious minds. And these people think that the only way I can do anything is if I've got people in the audience working for me. There'll be people who think this gentleman's working for me because he said 21 and I had 21 written on the card. Now, the way that I prove that this is not the case is I don't choose anyone to come on the stage. You will choose the first person to come up. Whoever you choose will choose the next one, and they'll choose the next one. But the marvelous thing is that whoever comes on this stage is going to get a beautiful present. You are going to get a beautiful present. Aren't you lucky? Of course you're lucky. Now you come here and look into this vast array of people and choose for me a strange lady.
Strange lady.
Yes. I know they all look pretty strange, but I mean a strange lady that you've
Strange to me.
Yes, you've never met before. Complete stranger.
All right. This lady right here.
That lady there, thank you very much. You go back to your seat now. You'll get your lovely present later on. And strange lady, would you please come on the stage? Now, you don't know it yet, but your thoughts are going to be on television. What's your name?
Jane.
Jane. Now, Jane, are you married?
Jean.
Jean. Jean. Are you married, Jean?
Yes.
You are married. Is that your husband with you?
No, I left him at home.
Well. First boo-boo tonight.
Yes.
No. What I want you to do, Jean, is I want you to think of an ideal man. Now, by an ideal man, I don't mean your husband, or obviously he'd be here. I don't mean the gentleman you're with. I mean someone that is perfect. But when you think about this ideal man, I don't want you to say one word, because I'm going to type your thoughts on that typewriter. So you start thinking, and the first thing I want you to think is, what would be a nice name for your ideal man? That's a very nice name. Lovely. How old would you like your ideal man to be? Oh, I think a little bit older than that. I mean, you don't want to get tired out, do you? No, that's a more reasonable age. Fine. What would you like him to do for a living? Mm-hmm. And what part of the world would you like him to be born in? Yes. How many children would you like to have between you? That'll keep you busy. And how would you like him to be dressed? Gene, this is ridiculous. This is a family show. Put some clothes on him at once. That's better. Right. Lovely. Now, I'm going to fold this piece of paper up very small. The reason that I do this is because the suspicious people seem to think that there are ways of typing through a sealed envelope. I haven't as yet learned of any such ways, and we're just going to stick this envelope, and I'm going to ask you to hold on to it. Don't part with it, just hold on to that envelope. Now, this is where it becomes exciting. I want you to look into the audience and pick out the ideal man, somebody that looks like the person you've been thinking of, but not someone you know, a complete stranger. Now, you pick him out. Quick as you can. No, you do it from here. You just point.
Oh.
Quick as you can.
That gentleman right there.
In the third row. Ideal man, would you come on the stage, please? Give him a big round of applause. How do you do? It's nice to meet you. You do realize that Jean is in love with you. Would you like to give her a kiss just to sort of make things happy to start with? That's the eye. Oh, isn't this sweet? Now, I know that you're not going to believe this, but that envelope contains information about you. You don't think that's possible, do you?
No, I don't.
Well, it does. Because first of all, let me tell you what I typed on the piece of paper. I just typed a description of you. And I typed in the description that you were wearing an open neck shirt with temple figures on it. Now, that is temple figures, isn't it?
I think it is.
That is exactly what I typed on that piece of paper. I also said the rest of the clothes you're wearing, which are in the most disgusting taste I've ever seen in my life. But everything about you is in that envelope. Now, would you mind telling the ladies and gentlemen your first name?
Robert, Bob.
Bob.
Yeah.
That is exactly what I typed on the piece of paper. Bob. How old are you, Bob?
I, 34.
34. You don't have to worry about it because you don't look 34.
Thank you.
You look well over 40. But the age that I typed on the piece of paper was, in fact, 34. And which part of the world do you come from originally?
I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota, originally.
Minneapolis is exactly what I have on that piece of paper. And what do you do for a living?
I'm in the cosmetic world.
You're in the cosmetic world, which is exactly what I put on the piece of paper. This is quite astonishing. And how many children do you have?
I have none.
Now, look, you're among friends. I'd like you to come clean. I mean, just tell the audience, how many children do you really have?
I'm coming clean, I hope.
I typed on that piece of paper that you have 7 children. Now, just look at it this way, Bob. If I got your name right and your age right and where you were born right and what you do for a living right, who do you think these people believe? You or me? Ladies and gentlemen, this is quite extraordinary because I promise you I have never met Bob before. But every single bit of information I typed on the piece of paper which is in that envelope. Now, I realize already that you are nice, trusting people, and you don't want to look inside the envelope. So seeing I got everything right, please could I have the applause now? Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, that's fine. Aren't they nice people, guys?
Very nice.
They are nice people. They don't want to look in the envelope, they trust me. Do you trust me?
Not
You don't trust me? You want to look in that envelope?
I certainly do.
All right, you will in a moment, but may I ask you one other question?
Yes.
Can you remember your grandfather who is dead?
Yes.
Yes, but ladies and gentlemen, you've just seen a miracle and you didn't even realize it. I have never met Bob before in my life. How could I know that he had a dead grandfather? You see how clever I am. I know all these things, Bob. I know all about you. I know about the scar on your knee. That worries you. Let's get back to the subject of your grandfather. Here I have a very sad piece of paper because that is a picture of your grandfather's gravestone. Would you take it, please? Don't laugh. It is his gravestone. Show a bit of respect. Now, can you remember your grandfather's first name?
Yes.
Would you please print your grandfather's first name in the place in the gravestone? Do it over there so I can't possibly see what you're doing. That's very important. Because now I'm going to produce a very interesting piece of apparatus which is called a dead grandfather bone. These are very, very hard to get, believe me. And I'm going to put it down there. And I see you folded that up so I can't read. Keep it folded, but just come forward, please. Could I have Grandpa? Now, do you agree? You've written your grandfather's name on this piece of paper, which is thick paper. You have folded it 4 times. It is impossible for me to see your grandfather's name. You agree? You agree. I'm glad you agree. Now, I'm going to destroy your grandfather. You will notice, don't worry, it doesn't hurt. I mean, he has been gone a long time, but you're standing close, you're watching, and that's important because you are the nearest person to me. So would you please tell the audience in absolute honesty, at any time when I tore up that paper, did my hands leave my body? No. Right. So we put the paper in there. Now, this is dead grandfather fluid, which is magical stuff, and we put that on top of Grandpa. And then I give you some matches, and I want you, please, to set fire to your grandfather. Don't worry, it doesn't matter. Try lighting the paper, Bob. It works better. That's it. Now, this is magic. This is dead grandfather powder. Do you believe in magic?
Yeah.
Yeah, you will in a minute. Because if you put this powder on the flames of your grandfather and it burns blue, then you will know that your grandfather is peacefully up above. If, on the other hand, it burns bright red, then you will be knowing that you're going to meet your grandfather again very shortly. So would you take one of those and just pop it on the flames of Grandpa? This is all very occult and mysterious. And I look in here, and I look and I look and I look over the flames, and... Now, that is a bit unfortunate. Obviously, it runs in your family. But you know, from that flame, to me, there came a name. And the name that came out of that flame was the name Ben. B-E-N. Would you mind telling the ladies and gentlemen, what is your grandfather's name?
Ben?
Ben. Why did you call me? Could I have the envelope, please? You will remember that this envelope was... Your grandfather's getting mad. This envelope was sealed with the information put into it before you were even chosen to come onto this stage. There is the envelope. Would you please open it up? Pull the paper knife. Fascinating, isn't it? Take the piece of paper out. I don't want to handle it at all. Open it up. And would you please read out loud to the audience exactly what it says? Start at the beginning. Come on. Read everything.
Bob?
No, the whole lot.
My first name is Bob.
That's correct.
I was born in Minneapolis.
Correct.
Spelling is wrong.
Sorry.
My age...
We're going to get it jiggy. on, keep going.
My age is 34.
That's
A
correct.
couple months away.
Yeah,
My occupation is cosmetics.
correct.
I have 7 children.
He admitted it. Did you hear that? He admitted it. We got him.
I am wearing an open-neck shirt, temple spots.
Well, that's you, all right. Thank you very much indeed, Bob. Thank you. And thank you, Gene, for coming.
Calvin! Hey, Calvin, come here. I want to talk to you.
What?
Did you read this morning's newspaper?
Man, I don't have time to read the newspaper. You understand? I have to think.
Oh, I forgot. Calvin, the great thinker. Might I ask, what is it you think about?
I think about who I am. That's right, baby. I'm trying to seek my identity.
Have you ever thought about seeking a job?
That's cold, baby. How can I find a job until I find out what I am? The essence of self.
The essence of yourself is out of a job. That's what your problem is. Look, I happen to notice this item in today's newspaper. Let's get a load of this. Medical research needs your body. It said, donate your body to science, $25 on registration, and $100 upon final completion. What do you think of that? What do you think of that?
I think that's out of sight. You know, if we was really sharp, we find a dude, we talk him into some chump, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we say, hey, man, why don't you donate your body for $25? We keep the bread.
Yeah, that's great, man. And why couldn't I think of something like that? Out of sight. Say, who could we get?
I don't know, man. I have to think upon it.
Well, you're a great thinker. You can come up with somebody.
Give me a second.
Okay. Anything coming through?
Be cool. What about Howard, man?
No, they ain't gonna take Howard. He done had the whooping cough 3 times.
Yeah, they don't take no almost dead people. Hey, did man? Do they? No, they don't take. If they take girls, what about Mildred? Mildred would be great. Wow, Mildred would do it.
Look,
she got a great body.
Mildred ain't gonna donate her body because I done asked her 3 times.
Why are you looking at me like that, man?
No, just thinking about what a nice body you have.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, look, man, don't be going to left field.
Well, I
man.
keep in shape, baby.
Well, I know that. And I know, see, what I'm trying to say is your body could be a great help to science.
That's right.
You know, I bet the people down the Medical Research Center would probably be willing to give up $25
They give up
for your
20.
body.
You know what they give them? What?
$25 for your body.
Oh, wait, man, I ain't giving up my body for no $25.
But all you gotta do is donate it, and you collect the money. Just donate. Say you're gonna give it up later, and you get the $25.
I ain't giving up my body for no dime. $25, man.
I don't see why not. You ain't giving up nothing.
I'm giving up nothing. You ever read this book, The Temple of Insurrection? My body is a temple.
Now look, the $25 is only a down payment. We get the rest, you know, the other big 100 later on after you split.
What do you mean it's weed, Gyro? Where's this weed? You ain't giving up near a finger. You know what I mean, baby? Huh? You see, you gonna have $100 like you always burn me for some bread,
You're
man.
still gonna make a profit.
How?
Look, it has been scientifically proven that the human body is 90% water. Now, where else are we gonna get $125 for a bucket of water? We take that 25, we go into business. And the money we get from the business, we invest that and run it up into millions. And before you know it, we'll be living a life of luxury.
No, man, it's wrong because there's another life
What?
The life I'm talking about is a life after you.
When I'm in the hereafter.
Well, I'm talking about the hereafter, too. That's what we're here after, the money.
You misconstrue where I'm coming from. I'm talking about, man, I mean, finality. You dig? I'm talking about when I'm no longer, when I'm no longer with you, man. And you contemplate that thought.
Man, how can you say that? You gonna be always with me, baby. You're my partner. I'm about to go in the hole with you on this deal.
You my man, but you really don't comprehend. You know,
Yes, I understand. You talking about when you're dead, right?
Yeah, man. When I'm
Dead! Right?
Yeah, when I'm that.
Yeah, stony lonesome, right?
Yeah, what are they gonna do with my body,
They're just
man?
gonna study it a little bit. Just wanna check you out. Say, yeah, you got some interesting knuckles. They probably wanna look at them knuckles.
I ain't gonna give up my knuckles on my fingers, man. No. No.
What are you kidding? You ain't even gonna know.
I'm gonna know, man.
How you gonna know, Chuck?
Because I'm gonna be able to play the harp. You can't play no harp without no knuckles. You can play the conga, but no harp. Believe that, baby.
Look, man, where you going? They ain't gonna have no harps.
I'm splitting. No, you always burn me,
I'm
you know?
trying to do you.
No,
every
man.
time I try to do
That's
something
all right,
for you,
later.
You come crawling
I'm
back
going
to
back
me,
to the
Chuck.
library, get you one.
Okay. Calvin, watch out! Calvin! Watch out! Hey! Calvin! I told you you'd come crawling back to me, didn't I? Get on up here. Come on, I gotta get you to the hospital.
Oh, please, buddy.
I gotta get you over there right away.
I knew you'd help me, Mark. Why the hospital's that way?
I know, but we gotta take you down here and get you registered. We need that $25 to pay the bill. Romark, I admit you're amazing and everything. You know, but I'm a mentalist, too.
You are a mentalist?
Yes, I've been holding back all these years because I didn't want people to think I was perfect. See, and I've been watching what you're doing, and there are a few things that I'd like to display, like my mental ability.
Well, what sort of mental ability do you have? Is it memory or what?
Well, it covers everything. Anything you got to remember is part of my mental ability. Don't keep asking dumb questions, Omar.
Okay, you give me a demonstration.
Okay, let's see. Omar, I want you to think of a card.
Yeah?
Any card.
I've done it.
You got it?
Yeah, I've got one.
Fast, ain't you? Okay. It took me a couple minutes to get it myself. Okay, you got the card?
I got the card.
Okay, now, Roma, tell the audience what card it is you're thinking of.
That's the trick.
No, yeah.
That's
Tell them the card.
yeah.
You can't stall and get out of it because the spotlight's on you now.
Right.
That's right.
The seven of spades.
The seven of spades?
The seven of spades.
That's the card you were thinking of?
That's the card I was thinking of.
Roma, look, I'll give you a second chance. Would you go along with the seven of diamond?
I'd much rather have the seven of spades.
I'm trying to pull you out of this in good shape, Roma. How about the seven of hearts?
How about the seven of spades?
Just gotta be a spade, huh, Roma? Okay, if that's the card you want, then that's the card I'd picked out.
That is amazing. How did you do that? That is fantastic.
No, I used this noodle. I ain't dumb.
That you certainly
I
are.
know what I'm
That
doing.
is one of the best tricks I've ever seen. But
Yeah.
tell me, Flip, how did you do it? Was it done by memory?
Yes, memory. That's the way the whole thing goes, Roma.
Well, would you like to show me how you remembered that?
Well, I ain't got time to get into all the technical details of it, but I can tell you that the most significant aspect was I had to remember where all these cards were. Okay. now we've done some of the light stuff. Let's get into the,
this is
the psychology.
the heavy psychology.
The heavy side. He's gonna do some heavy psychology.
Now, here we have a locked lock.
Yes.
Now, they've got to trust you, Flip, because you'll have to tell everybody that
You don't
this
have to
is
tell
true.
them to trust me. These are my friends. Everybody watch the show is my friend. They trust me, and we talk honest here. They
Now,
trust me.
Would you please assure everybody that none of those keys fit the lock? You can try
I
it.
assure
Try
you
it.
none of these keys fit the lock.
They don't.
Okay, should I show them?
Show them.
Okay.
Show them.
Well, my fans know I don't be jiving, Roma. We tell the truth on this show.
Well, that doesn't fit the lock.
Hey, Roma. Okay, yeah, now that doesn't fit. Okay, right? That doesn't fit.
Well,
This doesn't fit.
You're proving it.
Don't talk to me while I'm trying to concentrate. Okay, this doesn't fit.
That doesn't fit.
And that doesn't fit.
That doesn't fit. But
Okay.
that one does fit.
This one fits.
Open the lock.
I don't know why you let me waste my time running through all of those.
Because they've got to know that they don't. You just open the lock.
Oh, there it goes.
There it is. Right. Now take the key out of the lock while it's open.
Yep.
And put the key down there.
There it is.
And now put the lock down for the moment.
Okay.
And now you have got to find somebody that trusts you.
I don't think we got that much time, Roma. Okay, you mean somebody that knows me, that knows I wouldn't jive him?
That's right.
I know just a guy. Tim Conway. He's my very good friend. Tim, trust me.
Oh,
Tim,
I'm glad to.
Now, he trusts me. He's been my dear friend a long time.
And you trust psychology.
You ain't gonna throw any ping pong balls at me, are you?
No, that we won't do.
Okay.
But what we're going to do is some heavy psychology.
Heavy
so we're bringing on a rather heavy object. Would you bring the heavy object, please?
Bring out the heavy side. What is this, Roma? What is this?
It's a portable heart.
What is it?
It's a sort of cabinet. But the whole idea is because Tim trusts you.
How you guys? Okay? Yeah. Told you I'd get you in, didn't I?
What we would like Tim to do is sit inside the cabinet. You don't mind, Tim, do you?
No, not at all. Sure.
Oh, Tim, you trust me? You don't mind? Come on, Tim. Sit inside the cabinet.
Sit in there?
Yeah, man. You gonna take your jacket off?
Yeah,
This
why
is a
not?
steam cabinet. It's gonna be hot in there.
It's Billy Barty's apartment.
I ain't taking your jacket no more until
Okay.
Say, who wanna hold my main man jacket?
Right, now, we'll just put that...
My $11 jacket.
Okay. And would you be kind enough, Flip, to just lock Tim in?
Okay, suppose I put some steam on first.
Don't lock
Could
it.
if you
Yeah,
want.
we gotta be real about this thing.
I wouldn't lock it if I.
I gotta lock it. You trust me, don't you? You know I ain't gonna let you down.
But
Oh,
we.
man, look.
Huh?
What the man do is that? Come on, Roman.
This is the key that fits.
That's right.
Those are the keys that do not
Yes.
fit. So we mix them all up,
Yes.
and now,
Could I talk to you boys a minute?
yeah.
It seems to be getting a little warm in here. I don't know whether you.
Trust us.
Is it warm
you
out
trust
there?
Me.
Yeah.
Trust me. You're getting off lucky.
Yeah, I can
You
see
went
that.
back in the old country, I put some carrots and potatoes in there with you.
Now, Flip, would you please choose one of those keys that you feel wouldn't fit the lock?
Oh, let me use my mental faculties.
Yeah. See if you can zero on the one that gets me out of here, will you?
He said to pick the one that don't fit. Let me see. Eeny, meeny, no. I'll take this one, Roman.
Well, just throw it in the cabinet.
Okay, throw it in the cabinet. That's in the cabinet. That don't fit. What are you worried
Doesn't
about?
fit.
Yeah,
Don't
could you
fit.
warm 'em
Trust
up a bit?
psychology.
Yeah.
Take another one.
Take another one.
Yeah.
There's 5 left. I'm gonna take this one, Roman.
Doesn't fit.
Don't fit. It don't fit. I can tell. I can tell.
Why don't you
smart.
just, yeah, give it a test.
That's the idea.
Okay. Hey. Hey.
Flip.
Yes.
I didn't explain how I do this. I do it by putting them in certain positions so that
Well,
you will...
Roman, like I told you, I'm honest with my audience. I figured I'd go along with you for a couple keys,
Yeah.
but then I'm gonna mix them up, and we're gonna find out if you jive it tonight.
Well, I don't know.
You'll
which-
never work again if this don't work, Roman.
Flip, yeah, but you
I'm
see,
not holding you boys
I
up,
don't
am
know.
Will you let the man do his act?
And then we got the portfolio.
Yeah. Look at
I
the
think the
portcullis.
Indians are coming.
Yeah. I think you better pick another one.
Yeah, there's the portcullis coming down. You may not dig this conversation, but if this don't come out right, I'm sure you're gonna get the point.
Take another one.
Okay, take another one?
Yeah.
Any of them?
Any of 'em.
Okay, down
Put
to
it in the
4.
cabinet.
Okay, put it in the cabinet.
That's the idea.
They're cold, ain't they?
Yeah.
Well, we've got 3 left. Which one of the 3?
You got 3 left. You pick one of the 3.
Yeah. How about the middle one?
Yeah, the middle.
You got a dirty mind. Okay, there goes. 2 left. 2. Shall I say goodbye to him now, Ron?
Well, it is getting worrying.
Huh?
It's gonna be all right.
Somebody left a
Now,
gate.
we're down to 2. Which one is the one that doesn't fit?
Which one doesn't fit? I'm gonna pick that backwards.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Good time for tricks.
Here it is.
Yeah.
This one doesn't fit.
It doesn't fit. Put it in the cabinet.
Okay.
You
It
didn't
is
want
in
to
the
try
cabinet.
any of
So
those.
now,
You'd have had a natural, you'd have been dead already.
I can...
now, Tim, quiet from this point, Tim. You don't want to spoil the trick, do you?
No, I got about $2 tied up in this haircut, guys.
So there we have 1 key.
One key left.
And we hope that
That's right.
key is the only key that will fit that
If
lock.
it don't, that's his hot box.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So try it out.
Okay. Well, buddy, if this don't fit,
We're in trouble, especially me.
no, don't say we. You are in trouble. Okay, here we go. It's inserting in the lock. There's tense silence among.
How
And
about
it
that?
fits.
Out of sight,
Ah, isn't that amazing?
Out of sight.
But, Tim, you've got to admit, you're just the same as you were before.
Except for my non-sanforized suit I had on here before I got in here.
Oh, come on and get out of the box, chump. Before I say goodnight, I'd like to take a moment to thank my guests, Tim Conway, Richard Pryor, the Flipettes, and the amazing Roma. Out of sight, Roma.
Thank you very much. Got a quickie here.
Yeah?
It's just a little psychic experiment.
Okay.
Everybody in the place, would you all please think of any famous person you like? It doesn't matter who it is, because I've got a picture of the famous person you are thinking of in this envelope. Now, we'll have a representative. You, sir, in the front row.
Winston Churchill.
Winston Churchill. So I will produce from this envelope a picture of Winston Churchill. And I've got it. Here he is, Winston Churchill. When he was 3 months old.
That's ridiculous. You can fool him with anybody if you just say any famous person. Suppose the guy had said me.
If he'd said you?
Yeah.
I was ready for it.